morning everyone. My name is Mrudula, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering at MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. Today I am going to discuss about a topic called Main Switch Board. These are the contents which I am going to discuss today, like what is a main switch, the main functions of the main switch, rating of the main switch, amperage and how to calculate the amperage, and same nameplate like sample nameplate details. What is a main switch? Main switch is a device that controls the flow of electricity in an electrical system, and it is a vital component in ensuring the safety of the system and its uses. It is also known as isolator. The main switch isolator, why? Because it isolates the electrical components from the supply. The main switch primary function is to disconnect the power from all the remaining circuits. The main switch primary function is to disconnect the power from the remaining all the circuits, which allows a safe maintenance, repairs or emergency disconnection. Like the main switch allows us for doing the maintenance, repair works, and for the emergency disconnections also the main switch is being used. It is usually found in the main distribution board. Here you have two pictures here which shows the diagrams of a main switch. Previously the main switch used to be like this, and presently we are using these types of main switches which are mostly made up of fiber or plastic, and these are the different MCBs which are being used inside. MCB is nothing but miniature circuit breakers. So here there are two different types of main switches which are being used. Main functions of a main switch. What are the main functions of the main switch? The first function is the safety. The main switch is the first line of defense against the electrical hazards. Preventing the accidents and protecting the users as well as electricians from electrical shocks or system failures. That is, the safety is for people as well as the person who is doing the maintenance or the repair works also. The second thing is control. The main switch can be used to control the machines manually, or to control them automatically and safely. They can be controlled manually or like automatically. Next one is emergency stop. The main switch can be used to protect the equipment as well as personnel in hazardous condition. Equipment is the sub-circuits which are being connected to this particular main switch in the hazardous situations, or to protect against the overcurrent, faulty switching or electrical shocks. Next one is repair. The main switch can be used to quickly switch off large machines and systems so that maintenance work can be carried out safely. When maintenance work is being carried out, we will switch off the main switch and after that the repair work will be done. So These all things makes the main switch mainly makes the convenience for the maintenance people to do the repair works properly. Tips to identify the faulty switch. What are the tips? Frequently tripping. Frequently tripping of the MCBs is one of the indication of like faulty switch, and smells like it is burning. The burning smell also indicates that the switch is like some sort of fault is there in the switch, and is hot when you touch the switch or the box. The box, if it is like hot, this is the indication that there is some kind of fault. And you are plugged with constant power surges and flickering lights. Constant power surges and flickering lights is also one of the indication. So all these are different types of indications that the main switchboard has some kind of faults in it. And when these types of faults are there, we have to replace the switch. Here you can see two different pictures which shows the fault here. Here you can see the MCB has been burnt, and here the switch color has been changed due to the burning. So while burning, some kind of burning smell will come, as well as you can see these dark spots on the switches as well as in the MCBs. This is one of the indication of fault switch. Rating of the main switch. What is the rating of the main switch? Most residential switches are rated at 15 amperes with 120 volts. Mostly 15 amperes with 120 volts, and which is most common rating for residential wiring. The rating is usually marked on the front of the switch metal strap, which is mostly marked on the front of the switch. The current rating of the circuit breakers handles indicates the overload rating, or how much current is needed to trip the breaker. How much current is needed to trip the breaker. For example, 15 amperes. For example, 15 amperes breaker might take several minutes to trip 15.5 amperes. But it will take 1 second or 2 seconds to trip the 18 amperes current, because the capacity of that particular circuit breaker is 15 amperes. So if the current increases from 15 amperes to 15.5 or like 15.8 amperes, the circuit breaker will take more time to trip. But 15 amperes has been changed to 18 amperes here. In the second case, it has been changed to 18 amperes. So almost 3 amperes of difference is there. So when the difference is more, it will take very less time, that is 1 second to 2 seconds of time to trip. So if the current is nearby to the rated value, it will take lot of time to trip, and if the current difference is more when compared to the rating, it will take only 1 to 2 seconds to trip. Next one. Electrical circuits for homes and offices are standardized between 5 amperes and 15 amperes. 5 amperes switches and sockets can run appliances rated up to 1 kilowatt. Like 5 amperes and 15 amperes standardized, mostly used in standardized offices, will have a capacity of 1 kilowatt, while 15 ampere switches, or you can call it as sockets can run heavy duty appliances like air conditioners, geysers that require up to 3 kilowatt. Like for normal appliances, for normal lights and fans, 5 amperes to 15 amperes and 1 kilowatt is sufficient. But for high capacity like 15 ampere switches and sockets, when we are using them for air conditioners, geysers, iron box and all, we need up to 3 kilowatts. When choosing a main switch box for your home, you should consult a licensed electrician to access your electrical needs. A licensed electrician should be accessed, and you should also check with your local authorities for any electrical regulations or codes that apply to your area. So based on the rules and regulations, the licensed electrician will do the repairing works, maintenance as well as installation also. Amperage. What is amperage? Amperage is a one-word term for electrical current. It is the one-word term for electrical current which is measured in amperes. It describes the amount of electrical charge that is flowing through a system, or alternatively the maximum amount of electrical current that a system is capable of handling. It is the maximum amount of electrical current that a system is capable of handling is nothing but the amperage, and it can also be called as an electrical current. The amperage of a circuit breaker is the amount of electricity that can flow through the circuit. The amperage rating is usually labeled on the breaker itself. On the breaker itself, the amperage rating is being displayed on the nameplate details. How to calculate the amperage? See, here are some few steps. The first one is find the breaker that matches the electrical device which you are using. Multiply by amperage by 0.8 and calculate the amperage draw of all the devices you want to plug into the circuit. Measure the voltage on the circuit. Use the equation amperes is equal to watts by volts because current is equal to power by voltage. So amperes is equal to watts by volts to calculate the amperage, and check the wattage, that is the maximum power rating on your device. This is usually labeled somewhere on the back of the device. As for each and every board, the amperage rating is being displayed on the block after doing the calculations. To calculate the amperage, you can apply the formula like amperes is equal to watts by volts. For example, here I have taken about 3600 watts is nothing but the power, and voltage is equal to 240 volts. So the amperage will be 3600 divided by 240, which is nothing but 15 amperes. So in this manner we will calculate the amperage or the electrical current. Some nameplate details I have shown it here. These are some of the sample copies of nameplate details. Here you can see the rated voltage. Ratings of VCB are being shown here. The rated voltage is 12 kilovolts, 12,000 volts, and the rated current is 650 1250 and around 2000 amperes and 75 kilovolts here. Rated lightning impulse withstand voltage. It is the rated lightning impulse withstand voltage, that is around 75 kilovolts. Next one is rated breaking current. Rated breaking current is 25 kiloamperes and rated short time with stand current is 25 kiloamperes within 3 seconds of time. So, rated closing current is 65 kiloamperes. Here, one more nameplate details I have taken for 3-phase induction motor. For 3-phase induction motor where the poles are 4 here, that is R, Y, B as well as N neutral. The output is around 1 HP, 0.75 kilowatt and the voltage is 220 to 380 volts. The heat bearing capacity is 75 degrees and the ampere rating here it is 3.68 to 2.13, 4 to 2.34. The frequency, it is like 50 Hz as well as 60 Hz. For both the frequency it can be used. So, this is 2 nameplate details of VCB as well as 3-phase induction motor. In the next lecture, I would like to discuss about distribution boards and the earthing systems. Thank you.